Another welcome to Prime Sports with me, Razak Musbao, and the penultimate matches of the qualifiers of the 2023 Total Energies African Cup of Nations in Côte d'Ivoire will be played across the continent this weekend. And of course, some game already taking place. Of course, the fifth round of qualifying matches, which were scheduled to be played from Wednesday all the way to Monday, with several countries seeking to confirm their places in Africa's flagship football competition and event, which is scheduled for next year in January. We know Egypt played their game on Wednesday, likewise Guinea-Bissau, Gambia and South Sudan. Guinea-Bissau and Sao Tome also played their game on Wednesday, with Egypt sealing their qualification to next year's AFCON, likewise Guinea-Bissau. But let's take a look at the Group B, because it's all interesting dynamics in Group B. Burkina Faso, with 10 points in 4 matches, have already secured their place in Côte d'Ivoire, and will be playing their final 2 matches just to ensure a strong finish. The battle for the only remaining slot from the group has now been left to Cape Verde, Eswatini and Togo. Now, Cape Verde are on 7 points, while the latter, they are on 2 each, with a slim chance of battling for second spot. Cape Verde face off with leaders Burkina Faso at home and need just a single point to qualify for the final tournament. Now, Eswatini and Togo face play against each other in the other match of the group, and either of the two hopes are pegged on winning their last 2 remaining matches, and hope that at the very least Cape Verde lose both of their final group matches. So that's the interesting dynamics in Group B. Now, let's take a look at Group C. Very interesting dynamics also in Group C. They are just, you can see 3 teams there following Kenya's disqualification. And it's Namibia who lead the 3-team group with 5 points. You can see with Cameroon, second place with 4, while Burundi are third with 1. With all having chances of qualification. Yes. Now, the South Africans travel to play Burundi in their final match of the qualifiers, and a point in this duel will be enough to earn them qualification. Now, a win takes Namibia to 8 points, while a draw takes them to 6. Both results sailing them through. Now, Burundi are on a single point and are also in a must-win situation to keep their hopes alive. A win puts them on 4 points, making for a massive showdown against Cameroon in the final round of qualifiers in September. And of course, you can see Cameroon, they will be uninvolved in this window. So that's a very interesting dynamics there. Kenya have been banned, so they were disqualified from participating in this round of fixtures. Now, let's get to Group B. We know Egypt have secured qualification after defeating Guinea there. Of course, Guinea and Egypt needed to only draw to guarantee their qualification, but Egypt managed to defeat Guinea. So it sort of have left the group quite open now, and Guinea will be hoping that in their next game, at the very least, they will be able to get a win and guarantee their qualification. For Mali and Ethiopia, they are third and respectively, you can see, with 3 points each. And of course, like I mentioned, Guinea already lost to Egypt, and Malawi and Ethiopia rather. And of course, we can see that Egypt have sailed through following their win, and Guinea will be hoping to also get qualification if they are able to win their last game in this campaign, which will happen in September. Now, let's get to the other group there, and that's Group E. We'll come to Group E, and Group E, where Ghana is involved, we'll come there, we'll come and do some very close-up analysis of that one there involving Group E. But let's get to Group G now, because that's also a very interesting group with some very interesting dynamics there. And this group, of course, is widely open. Now, Mali leads with 9 points, you can see, and will only need a draw when they play away to second place Congo in Brazzaville to qualify. Now, the Congolese are on 6 points, same as third place Gambia, but separated by goal difference. 3 points will be vital for their qualification, as it will firm up their hold on second spot. Gambia, they played South Sudan, and by winning 3-2, it put them in a very good chance for as far as qualification is concerned there. So, and they're just hoping that in the final round of matches, they can get a win, and things will also play out well for them to get some qualification over there. So, so interesting. Even in Group H, also Côte d'Ivoire, they are host nation, so they are already in the tournament. But when you look at it closely in that very group. Just looking forward to which other team will join, will qualify, because now just one team will have to qualify between Zambia, Comoros, and Lesotho there. Now, bottom side Lesotho, they have 1 point and are already eliminated. But Zambia are on 9 points and only need 1 point when they host Cameroon to confirm their place in the tournament. Now, third place Comoros, who have 3 points, play Lesotho, not Cameroon, please pardon me, away from home and must win to keep their hopes alive. Their fate is now also in some, the dynamics there. Now in Group I, 3 points separate top and bottom sides in this group, with all four having qualification chance. Gambia at top with 7 points, Sudan second with 6, Mauritania third with 5, and DR Congo bottom with 4. And you can see, if you look at the games that are coming up, this weekend, you can see leaders Gabon host DR Congo in Franceville and will qualify for the tournament if they are able to get a win. DR Congo, with fate out of their hands, are in a must-win situation to keep their chances afloat. Sudan hosts Mauritania in the other group match, and the win will be crucial as it will either help them qualify or keep their chances high, depending on the result from the other match. And of course, Mauritania can clutch on qualification hope if they can beat the Falcons of Jedieni, this taking them to 8 points. Group AJ, Tunisia have already qualified, and of course, you will see just might be joined by Equatorial Guinea, who are on 9, and the two sides, of course, will be facing each other, and just it looks likely that Tunisia, Equatorial Guinea are in poor position to qualify. A draw will be enough to ensure they qualify there. So that's it. And even in Group K2, Morocco have already qualified. South Africa has also qualified, so it's pretty safe there. They will just be playing, looking for who clinch the top spot there in Group K. And in the other groups there, you can see Senegal have also already qualified. Mozambique, Rwanda, they all have a chance of qualifying. So we'll just wait to see what happens in that group also. Now, there's a big one coming up on Sunday, and it's the game between Nigeria and Sierra Leone. Guinea-Bissau played Sao Tome and Principe. They won by 1-0, and that guaranteed their qualification to the tournament. At the moment, Guinea-Bissau are top of the table with 10 points, and Nigeria must win against Sierra Leone to guarantee their place in next year's AFCON. And for that, we are joined by my colleague, Nigerian journalist, and Deji Ojeyingbo, and of course, he's been following the Nigerian national team. They are already in Sierra Leone at the moment, and of course, they are aware the Guinea-Bissau have qualified. So let's try and gauge the mood in Nigeria at the moment, and even what he's picking from the camp of Nigeria as far as that game against Sierra Leone is concerned. Deji, good to have you on Prime Sports, and thanks for your patience. I mean, what is the mood? What is the mood in the Nigeria camp at the moment? We understand the team in Sierra Leone, and even the coach Jose has been speaking. Bring us up to speed on what he's been saying and the mood in camp, knowing that Guinea-Bissau have already qualified and there's only one slot left now.
Thank you very much. It's really dicey, and it's very rare for Nigeria to find itself in this situation. Under the previous dispensation, under Kenneth Raw, we usually qualify 2-3 games to go. And if there was one thing, it was pretty good that it was qualifying Nigeria for major competitions. It just always falters when it comes to the competition itself, which was one of the major reasons it got ousted prior to Nigeria meeting Ghana in the crucial qualifying game for the World Cup in March last year.
Your time, we appreciate it, and we wish Nigeria the very best. You know, despite our rivalry, we wish you the very best. Hope to see you in AFCON next year. That's Deji Ojeyingbo speaking to us all the way from Nigeria. But another group to watch is Ghana's group in Group E. And Ghana, the Central African Republic, and Angola all stand a chance of qualification, with Madagascar already eliminated. Ghana leads the group with 8 points. Central African Republic second with 7, while Angola have 5, a third. Angola travel away to second place Central African Republic, while Ghana will be away to Madagascar in Antananarivo. Ghana and Central African Republic will qualify for the tournament with victories in this round. And Angola are in a must-win situation against the Central Africans. But a draw will also buy them hope into the last day of the group. Head coach of the side, Chris Seaton, I've been speaking about, and he says he can't guarantee a win. Giuseppe Pinto has also been speaking. He says the team is well motivated, but what do my guys, Fifi Manfred of Love FM, what does he think? And of course, Daniel Cranton of Joy Sports, what do they make of the reactions by Giuseppe Pinto and even the head coach? Guys, thanks for joining us, and I'm sure you're going to be up soon. Guys, great, good to see you. You guys are looking nice on a Friday. Good to have you. You look like twins already, but let's get to the meat of it. I mean, Daniel Cranton, Chris Hughton says he can't guarantee a victory for Ghana against Madagascar. Victory is a must to just seal it. However, he is a bit cautiously optimistic about it. What's your take on that?
Yeah, victory is a must, but there's no human being on this earth that can guarantee a win. It's not a guarantee. Yes, we understand we're overwhelming favorites and we need to win and we want to win this game, but he's just stating a fact. He can't guarantee a win. I don't read too much into it, but the fact is that the focus of the team is to win this game and get qualification under the belt. Yeah, I'm not sure the Black Stars want to go into the final game against Central African Republic, having to or needing to get a result in order to qualify. That pressure is a bit unnecessary, and I'm sure they would want to field a newer squad, a fresher squad in September when they face Central African Republic. So we've heard from Joseph Pinto. He said the team is very well motivated. They want to win this game. Chris Hughton, even after saying couldn't guarantee a win, also said that they want to quickly qualify, so they don't need to. They don't have that pressure behind their back when they are playing the last game. And the Black Stars squad, there's quality in it. You saw the injury to Gideon Mensah, and the mere fact that the head coach doesn't even see the need to replace Gideon Mensah in a game like this shows the sort of quality and confidence that he has in the squad. So personally, I'm optimistic. The only thing is that the Black Stars have been too convincing away from home during this qualification process. We all expected Ghana to beat Central African Republic away from home. It was a game that the team looked very disjointed. They struggled and ended up in a 1-1 draw. And we saw what happened against Angola, even though that was a very good result away from home. But the fact is the Black Stars are still yet to pick up 3 points away from home. But this really looks like that will end that away win route.
I mean, Fifi, let me just pick your thought from there. The Black Stars are yet to pick 3 points away from home. They've struggled when they travel away. Inaki Williams is out of the team. Antoine Semenyo is not in the team. Of course, Antoine Semenyo got us a goal at the Ras Sports Stadium. Else would have been something else at Ras Sports Stadium. But Osman Bukhari got us a goal when we traveled the last time. I think he's still in the team now. But if you look at the attacking options available to us, especially with the addition of Hafiz Konkone, not sure if he's going to get a start or even some playing time. Chris Eaton says he's impressed with the player. What do you think we need to do to get a win against Madagascar, who clearly have nothing to play for? They've already been eliminated.
Thank you very much, Muswa. I think essentially the fact that Madagascar have been losing almost every game they play at home shows us that we can go over there and then beat them. But essentially, we should expect how the Angolans played against us here in Ghana. They are going to sit back and make it very difficult for us to break them down. And if you look at our attacking firepower, we have a lot more. We have players that can break them down. I think that one of the things that we've not really seen is that, at least like the first few games that we're playing, our players were a little bit under pressure. In this game, they know that they just have to win. They have to be patient. There's nothing to play for the Malagasys. They need to stay in the game as long as possible and then find their openings. And I think that we have the players to do so. It's just going to be a case of when, not if. We are definitely going to be able to break them down at home. But we need to be patient and find the openings because we have the know-how. We have the players from out wide. We have the players from central areas. We have the midfield players to hold on and find those line-breaking passes to break them down. So we need to do that. We need to stick to the plan and be patient. And when we played here against Angola at the Barbara Sports Stadium, we realized that the players were jittery. They were in a haste to find our goal because they wanted to play to the crowd. And then it was always tough when you are playing here at the Barbara Stadium. When you are away, playing at Madagascar, who have not won any game at home, you know that this is a game that you can win, and with the firepower. I mean, a little bit on Hafiz Konkone. I would not be surprised in Hafiz Konkone if Hafiz Konkone gets to play a part in this game. If there is ever a striker in the Ghana Premier League who in the last 2 years I've personally followed, then it is Hafiz Konkone. He's a wonderful, wonderful player. Whilst he's a tall, bulky striker, like the Kofi coaches and the likes, who we know that could only use their upper body. He's a wonderful player to his feet. And I'm sure this is what Chris Hughton saw and decided to include him in the squad for the Madagascar game. So maybe he may get a part to play in this game away.
I mean,
yeah,
interesting. Daniel Krantin, we saw Joseph Pinto return to the team, and an interesting addition was Enes Nyama. And of course, his performance in the Danish league and even his performance with the under-23 in that qualifier, phenomenal performance, clearly caught the eye of Chris Hughton. Will you, based on what you've observed of these two players, Joseph Pinto and Enes Nyama, will you tip them to possibly be in the starting lineup and just go and kill the game for Ghana?
Starting lineup, I'm not too sure. I think with Enes Nyama, although he's very interesting to watch, he's a fantastic player. I just think they want him to have that feel of the Black Stars camp, come into the environment, be used to it. I think that more of the focus for him will be the under-23s, and I'm not sure they will throw him into this game and risk anything that may affect the under-23s. So, and again, if you look at the two players, we don't need them to play in order to beat Madagascar. Yes, they are two of our most informed and exciting forward players that we have. But again, for somebody like Joseph Pinto, I would not be surprised if he starts. Although knowing Chris Hughton, it will be a bit of a surprise if he puts him in the starting 11. I'm sure we'll see the usual starting 11 that we've seen under Chris Hughton, especially from the forward areas. I'm sure we'll see the likes of Kudus, the likes of Jordan in there, and then we'll see the more exciting guys coming off the bench in the Osman Bukaris and the Joseph Pintos and co. But for me, look, whoever plays, Ghana should be expected to win. I'm not too interested in who is starting the game. This is one of those games where if we decide to bench the Partys and the Kudus and co, we should still be able to get the 3 points with all due respect to Madagascar.
Fifi, let me get your thoughts on that. We need to wrap up. I have one last question for all of you. You sharing that? This is a relatively, low-grade game. You expect maybe the likes of Joseph Pinto and Enes Nyama go and show what you're capable of doing. But it seems Chris Hughton might just want to just kill it with the senior players.
Yeah, I think I agree 100% with Danny. I mean, he needs to start to the senior players. Those who have shown that they can do this, especially going away. Yes, it's a low-grade game. But at the end of the day, you want to make sure you start with your strong foot. And our strong foot is with the Jordan Ayuso, with Andre Ayuso, the captain of the team, to manage a win. And I think that if by the 68th minute we have a go up, then the next Nyamas are going to come in. If not, also, these players also still do have the quality to break down the Malagaskis. And Nyama, we've seen him, Osman Bukari, we've seen him. And then, of course, we have exciting talent like Joseph Pinto on the bench. So even if the senior players are unable to do the job in the first 60 minutes, we have enough firepower on the bench to get the job done.
Finally, Fifi, final question for Oliver. Now, 30 seconds you have to take. Should this be the game we get to see the attacking prowess of Chris Hughton's team? Should this be the game? It's been two goals under 180 minutes. 2 goals. Guys, should this be the game? We should see goals rain. Fifi, you have 30 seconds. Just your thoughts on that. Yeah.
Well, Musbao, I will just remind you of the day Chris Hughton was interviewed. And you had myself and Danny again on the show. And I remember Danny told you that never expect attacking proper goals football from Chris Hughton. Yes, this is one of the games where you can expect the Ghana score some goals. But I still do think that we should not be expecting that we play so much. Chris is always going to want to be defensively solid before he finds it. Because I think that's the most important thing. Once we are solid, gets 1-2-0, 1-0 win, I'm good to go.
All right, Daniel, just quick thoughts. Do we expect goals, or you share in Fifi's thoughts?
Yeah. I share in Fifi's thoughts. I don't care. If we win 10-0, I don't care. If we win 1-0, I don't care. I just want Ghana to win. It's as simple as that. I don't think attacking football doesn't add extra points to anything. So for me, just win.
Well, guys, thanks very much. We appreciate the thoughts. And of course, Daniel will meet you on Joy FM on Sunday. We'll have the live commentary there. And you want to make a day with us, 2 p.m. the game will be on. My name is Razak Musbao, and that's it for Prime Sports. Do enjoy the rest of our program and journeys.